After seeing this page and seeing Guts' reactions, man, after hearing Casca scream, you can't help but feel for the guy. The guy went through so much hell. It just sucks. But when I first saw this and finished this chapter, the first picture that came to mind was this one right here. We're gonna get our reunion. It's just that the build up for it is just gonna it's going to take a long time, and I think it's not going to happen until the end of Berserk. And I think it's going to be one of the most beautiful moments in Berserk. And this is what I mean. We gotta go way back. Let's say for like when Guts was fighting against the 100 men, when Guts was saving Casca from falling from a cliff, and she's explaining to him why she joined, and how she felt about Guts, and telling him that I don't care what happens to you, I don't care if you die somewhere. And only for her to go back on those words the moment when she realizes that he was protecting her. And the words that he said to her inspired her for her to fight against a rapist. And for her to come with judo to rescue Guts, to see him on that tree, shaking him, trying to wake him up, only for him to wake up. And this is like the most happiness. This is like the most happiest moment that we see Casca. Just look at her face, and then look at how these panels show how she cares about him. And not only that, when the doctor told them that he may never fight, just look at her expression. And then we see how we get this beautiful moment of how Casca's putting the fairy dust on Guts, and we get this beautiful conversation. That's one of the reunions. Another one is after the fight with Doldry. Is Casca sitting on the castle, and Guts is approaching her and carrying her. And I just love this little moment when he hops and she's like, stop that. I just love that moment. That's because again, these two could have died in that war and never see each other again. So that was another beautiful moment. Another hellish moment that they went through is when Guts is walking away from the band of Hawk, and that Casca could express her feelings that she didn't want him to leave. And that after that whole year, Casca going through that hell, becoming wanted by the King of Midland, is that she expressed her feelings the moment when she needed him the most. He was right there, and the moment when he was fighting against Salat, you see this panel of her being worried, and that when he came back, she couldn't really look him in the face, and that she was going to so much emotion. She was happy, angry, sad at the same time, so much so that she was shocked the moment when she stabbed him, and that when she was about to commit suicide, she didn't want to believe that she fell in love with this man. And it was another beautiful moment. And then we get to another hellish trial with Guts going back to his childhood trauma, and how he's pouring all his feelings towards Casca, a man that she's seen just being one of the toughest men in the band of Hawk, just vulnerable, and how she was able to accept him for who he is. And we get this beautiful moment of them making love. Another one is when Casca is frustrated when Guts explained the reasons why he can't stay, and how he was going to just leave her again, only for him to do a 180, and that's going to come with him. Given this is the first time that there's someone that actually wants her to be there, and that's just wonderful right there too, because it gives her purpose, that she's just looking forward just to being with him. Another moment is when, after the fight with Wild, how Casca runs towards Guts to see if he was okay or even alive. And then we get this moment where she's just looking at him and he smiles right back, and we get this full page spread of her embracing Guts. That's another beautiful moment right there. But one of the most saddest reunions is after the eclipse, after when the band of Hawk is killed and Casca is raped in front of Guts due to spite of him, man. It's just one of the most horrible things. So not only that she gives birth to the premature child and it disappears in the sunlight, but Casca is repressing her memories, and her mind is like a child. And this is by far, even though this is a reunion, it's one of the most saddest reunions that we got at that time. Another moment is when Gus had to go to this nightmare's trial, and Casca was about to be raped by the Gold Apostle. It's when he comes in and just starts stressing all the monsters, and we get this beautiful two-page spread of their reunion after the eclipse. And wow, man, this really lives up to expectations. And even after losing her, he still fights on. Only will we get this full-page spread of him holding Casca while she's panicking with all this chaos in the background, never letting her go. And after all that chaos, while Casca is freezing, this wonderful moment happens. We see this moment of Guts putting his cape on her, keeping her warm. Like one of the warmest reunions we have in Berserk, and one of the most beautiful moments there as well. You see where I'm going with this? And after fighting through Salat's men, we get this wonderful moment when they return to Gudo's home, and you just see how, even though Casca's in that state of mind, we see her happy, and just see this another wonderful page of their reunion. And even after the fight between Zod and Griffith just baby flexing his muscles, we still get these moments, these warm moments for both Guts and Casca. Guts telling himself that he's never gonna let Casca go. Just look at this, man. This looks so beautiful, but unfortunately, things turns to the worst. It got worse when Guts' dark side took over and assaulted Casca to a point where not only he was afraid of him, but also hated him as well. Which is a good thing that Farnese, Serpico, Isidro, and Surike actually joined in to help out with Casca and Guts' journey to Elfhelm. Now, we really wouldn't get a reunion like this for a while until their child appears in a human form. And that this full page is just says it all right there, too. Like Isidro said, it's kind of like a family. And man, even though that Casca kind of snatched them away, it was still good to see this type of moment. And we won't get one until anytime soon. Another sad moment was when Casca was trying to get away from Guts and ends up falling from the ship and ends up almost drowning for a point where Guts had to dive in and save her. And this was a sad moment, but again, we got another reunion as for Guts, who was willing to put his life on the line, well, obviously, to save the woman that he loved. Now, this moment was very surprising because I made a video about how Casca's hatred may have went away a little bit, as we see in these two panels where you don't even see Surike or Farnese. You see both Guts and Casca in a room together, which is alone, which is very, very rare. And I do like this moment because we're going to go to this moment right here. So Diana told Guts he couldn't enter the dream due to the fact that she still has strong fear of him. Not hatred, which is actually a good thing. And honestly, this is by far our closest to the reunion that we got with Guts and Casca right now. It's a good thing that she can still say his name, but unfortunately, she can only see this when she looks at Guts. And by far, it's one of the most saddest moments in Berserk right now. I still have hope for our reunion because what Farnese said. I can't wait to see exactly how she's going to be able to blow away the darkness for her to actually see Guts for who he is, and for Casca to actually live the truth than give in to a lie. And not only that as well, no matter what, Casca can never get what she wants. And at the time, it was Griffith. She can't have his heart. She can't give him a kingdom. She can't give him she can't make him a king. And I already know what most people are going to say, like, well, she become his sword. That's not even the same thing when he has thousands and thousands of swords with him right now. And yes, we already know about the child being fused with Griffith. We already know about that. And I already said my piece of what may happen, that I still stand behind, that it's going to be Casca that actually either kills or separates Phantom Griffith from the child. The reason why being because, like, you really think about, like, I'll use, like, Dragon Ball Z logic. Usually when they know they can take a hit, they'll take it. But with, like, for example, Krillin did the destructo disc towards Nappa, Vegeta tells him not to take the hit because this is a move that actually can cut anything. And you always kind of wonder why he never brought this sword up against Lane. Well, the argument could be made by that wasn't really her. But at the same time, this sword is by far one of the most powerful swords in Berserk. And I feel like it's going to be her that does it. She's going to have to make one of the hardest choices to either live the truth or live the lie. And so far, the lie is causing her so much damage. And yeah, the truth is going to hurt for her to look up to this idol, to do these horrible things, not just to her man, but to her as well. For Casca, she needs to let go. She needs to let go of that childhood dream and actually realize that this person that did these horrible things isn't the person that she wants to be with. And that hopefully someday the person that she wants to see, she'll be able to one day. So for my fellow strugglers, man, I know we're going to have to wait a long time to see this beautiful reunion, probably by the end of the series, probably sooner than we expected. But I can guarantee you it's going to be one of the best reunions ever, man. And that I feel like, I still to this day feel like Casca is going to do the right thing. And that I'm just going to leave this picture up here for everybody to see as I post it on Reddit. This is the only reunion we got so far, man. And I just can't wait to see the next one because you know it's going to be amazing. This is Jamal here. You guys take care.